Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next match of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2024 Winter Tournament. Today we have a team Catastrophe573 and Stags28. I am Elso, and I'm joined here in the commentary booth by Boof and Boo.
Good evening.
So, that at stake is a guaranteed slot in the play-in race to be able to make it into the upper bracket.
And then it is, what is it? You called it the best of the rest?
Yes.
So nobody is out of it just yet, which is still very, very nice. Just means more Zelda.
And everybody loves more Zelda, although I believe I will need to be slapped if I say that GQ4 is a good level, because it's not.
I mean, violence is the answer. We've established this.
Yes.
And gratuitous violence is the extra credit answer.
But what if you apply gratuitous violence to the violence?
Well, then you just automatically win the game.
Yes.
So I think it's throw controller through monitor, throw monitor off roof.
Yes, and then after that, you take the console and you just pop in a different game.
Yep. Math checks out.
Yep. So, where do you think we're gonna start tonight?
I would like to see a Deadwood start with, let's see, the raft.
I like it. I'm gonna go one step further and say Southwest Corner.
Okay. And what do you want to see as our starting item?
Power Bracelet.
Okay. Nice buttery croissant.
Yes, croissants, they say, make good dungeon snacks, but so does meat.
All right. Well, then here's a question. Breakfast sandwich. Is it croissant or is it English muffin or bagel?
I say bagel.
Well, apparently we do not get our wish of a Southwest Corner start. We're
Yep.
over here by vanilla level 8. Let's see what we start with.
We might have to wait a little bit because it looks like we're not getting the pause menu check. We know it's not recorded.
Oh.
It is.
All right. Nice.
Oh, hi. So, Wizrobe's and Pole's voice on the overworld is always a fun time.
But you see, that makes me happy. Yes, it stinks for exploration, but dungeons might be just that little bit softer.
And with the Lionels also on the overworld, the odds of buying a magic shield are... Oh, hi, that's the silver.
And that's a magic boomerang.
I feel like one of those two silver items is better than the other. Just slightly.
Maybe just a touch, but I mean, boomerang, good for the Lionels on the overworld. Unfortunately, not helping out Catastrophe in this particular instance. Stags will be getting this information soon, provided that he survives the fire.
And I think one of the underutilized, well, maybe not underutilized, but oftentimes underrated benefits of the wooden boomerang is that you can use it to make bomb forcing a little bit easier.
Yeah, I personally prefer wooden boomerang over magical.
I just say whichever boomerang you find first, one. And the other one can go sit there.
Unless you feel the need to set it on fire.
Yes. Or worse. Spend a bomb on it.
Oh, well, that's just bougie.
Yeah, but there is actually a reasonably higher chance that we're going to see some bomb upgrades because they're very likely to be in their vanilla levels.
Okay. I mean, so far, these take any's, I am highly impressed. This is like a solid, like, A-. It's taking you pretty much to all four corners of the map. I like this.
We don't quite get a raft spot, but that's actually okay because, well, we have the raft, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, hello.
All right. Easy peasy, level 9 sighted.
I see Ganon decided to spend extra on the gold meat. There's that boomerang coming in handy. Catastrophe. Oh, hi. It's another level. Oh,
already?
Well, this is good. This feels like a first quest. What?
Oh, I'm not even gonna guess. Until I start seeing a path take shape, I am horrible at this game.
Well, the keys rolled up. Yeah, I'm willing to call this a level 1, but I tend to call them what they are very early and then be wrong half the time.
I mean, as long as it's not cactus, I'm fine with whatever you say.
Honestly, I have not seen very many cactuses. I've seen more just stupid crap with the shapes.
Alright, so it does look like that Stags procured a bomb drop, and will be able to possibly make a little more progress than Catastrophe, but, I mean, so far so good.
Bunch of keys in this level 1, which is kind of unusual, because usually one likes to eat up all the keys.
Well, so far we've had 2 key doors seen, and I do believe you are correct. So far this bottom is looking like the bottom portion of Vanilla Level 1. But of course they're gonna find the map and prove us both wrong, just to let you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shame. It cannot be second quest, because we've already seen too many maps that don't exist in second quest. Oh, hello. The staircase room has been found.
Yeah,
now,
gotta use a key.
Now, with remove most open stairs, it may not actually be a quarter, but hey, look, it's 3 heart.
Yep, and Boomerang making for very easy pickup. And I believe... Oh no, wait, he didn't bomb. Okay, never mind. About to say, they rolled up. Everything's getting chunky.
Chonk percent.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine if that was a flag?
There is a flag for max HP on all regular enemies. Gives everything 15 heart worth of health.
But is it officially called chunk percent? If not...
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. But it should be.
I am sensing a new theme already.
From the makers of fun percent comes chonk percent, as we get 2 hearts in level 1. I apologize in advance, folks. My numbers are going to be off all night tonight.
You want to talk about numbers being off? Did you see what I did last night?
I actually may have missed it. I didn't miss it.
Yeah. Long story short, I kept calling level 4 level 5. So let's not talk about you messing up numbers.
Alright, so no numbers are allowed in this scene. Got it.
Numbers are allowed because I trust you to do the math.
Alright, so well, we found level 1. Level 1 has 3 items. 2 of them are hearts. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. And that's a shiny Dorito, which also has 3 sides. Therefore, I predict level 3 or 6 next.
Alright, Catastrophe is going back inside for this 3rd item, which is tempting. I mean, it's level 1, not really many rooms, very easy enemy set. And right there.
Triple heart in level 1, okay. Well, that just proves it's going to be 3 next.
Alright, but then where is 3? Are you going to say blocked by a bomb or under a bush?
I'm going to say Ghost Draft Spot.
Ooh, I like that.
Gotta get a little spicy. Not quite ready for the full spice yet, but get some chili powder in there.
Not too much, though. Too much spice is bad.
Yeah, because then it leads to... Oh, I haven't checked everything. I totally have no idea where I'm going.
Exactly.
Now, Stags didn't see the stair heart, so Stags is going to check a little more level 1, but may come out of here with some expertise for his efforts.
Yeah, and so far, let's see, we've had the secrets, it was 16 and I think 20 Samana. So far, not too terrible.
Yeah. The big question is, what will the large secret be?
I think 87.
Okay, I like the number. I'm gonna go the other way and say 117.
Fair.
But it must end in 7. If it doesn't, well then, the seed is fake.
Alright. Got it. Must reroll seed if there is no 7.
Yes. And Stags use their last bomb. No, because they need a bomb here. And you can't quite pick up the magical sword on 6 hearts.
Yeah, but the way the levels are throwing hearts at us right now, there is a good chance we might see a mags check.
Yeah, I mean, if you find level 8 and you just dig level 8 and you get 3 hearts out of level 8, you're suddenly at 9 hearts.
And it is 10 to 14, correct?
Correct. And our tracker, imagine Sleep asking a valid question. What if it's divisible by 7?
I believe that would be okay, because the math checks out.
Yes. Level 9 found for Stags, with a nice gold coloring. Now, that could be second quest, but I haven't seen any evidence of sword cheating stuff. That, however, is level 4, so I was incorrect on the level we were going to find next.
And the fact that level 4 is at 5, now I think the C's are just trolling me.
But what if level 5's at level 4?
Then I am going to bed, and it was wonderful talking with you again.
Now, the game won't be that mean. It'll put level 8 at level 4. A lot of dark nuts in this level so far, though. Oh, when they rolled up.
Oh, dang it.
I'll leave that room for now. That could be a staircase, but it doesn't happen.
Oh, key is very cheap today. 60, that's not bad at all.
That's actually the minimum priced.
Oh, perfect. Oh, look at these nice little tektites going down. Oh.
Well, now the keys prices don't matter.
Oh, and did you see the large secret? 128.
There's not a 7 in there. And you can't even add all the numbers up to make 7. So with a 4 drop found, oh, that's a ladder block. Might be able to get around. But just gonna leave with the any key in hand.
I completely like that play, just because you have a really good item now to go running through the dungeon screaming. Stag's unfortunately taking a death, but let's see if this Bob Rosses them into maybe a nice new level. Something shiny, candle perhaps?
You know, I always imagine the unscreaming strategy. You're just flailing your arms like Kermit the Frog.
I usually can't do that because I have a snarf in my lap.
Ah.
Yes. And when Cat is down, you do not disturb Cat.
Agreed. It's like the cardinal sin is to disturb Cat.
Yes, so even if you sneeze, you disturb Cat.
Whatever you do, hope that you prepared your snacks and your drinks properly before Cat settled.
Correct, because then you live there.
Cat is correct. It's against cat law.
Yes, can confirm.
Still no candles yet, which at 11 minutes in, not the best. We'd hope to find a candle by now.
Now, at this point, it's annoying more than anything else because you're passing up all those wonderful checks.
That is not a good screen on Catastrophe's side.
I mean, it is a screen, and, you know, with a nice little quick run, got through it just fine. Boomerang doing the job.
Ah, yes. That's not right. Thanks, door repair.
Alright, Stags has a couple bombs, possibly heading back up into level 1 to retrieve the staircase item.
I think that makes sense. You're already kind of here. It's a quick item to get. You know where it is.
And at this point, if you're Stags, thinking it could be anything.
It could be a red candle, it could be a red ring, it could be a white sword, it could be a ladder, it could be a raft.
I know, the first time I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute, it's glitching out, where's Fred? And then Jam explained to me what happens when you already start with an item.
Yes. the game still does put them in. So, shockingly, no take any roads. Or take any roads. We say the take any roads, don't take any bonus.
Yes, that would... Oh.
There it is!
Spoken into existence like the true commentator that you are.
Thanks, game. Runners appreciate you more than I do.
Well, I mean, we can only hope for so much tomfoolery for the runners.
I mean, we still have the option of a required triple dip at level 9.
But unfortunately, Catastrophe taking a bop, we'll have to go back to start.
Electing to go ahead and save makes sense to me. Stags is now going to go check one screen on the coast. So, one of the troubles with where you use your bombs is that you want to try to use your bombs, if you can, in places that are guaranteed to open instead of the quest exclusive spots.
Yeah, I do agree. It's a bit of a problem, especially since we haven't found any bomb shops yet. But I can't tell you. I don't know if any of them have tried to strike down a red whiz robe yet to see if they rolled up or down.
I think Stags has killed a couple, and it looked like they rolled it.
Alright, so not the most ideal, but yes, there are technically bomb droppers on the overworld. Just, you know, they're gross.
Also, the ladder will be required here, as the silver arrows are on the coast, which kind of dashes my hopes for a required triple dip of 9, but it is possible.
Alright, well how about this? Triple dip if, let's see here, something is recorder blocked, and the recorder, no, there can be any, could there? There's no scenario that you'd have to go get a required item out of 9 to continue the seed, is there? Like a recorder blocked something.
So, the way it could work is, you go into 9, you get your recorder. That leads you to a Dig Dogger blocked... No, because you still have to get back into 9. No, actually, you could get a Dig Dogger blocked bow. Take that bow back into 9, you kill a Goma. That gets you a power bracelet to a white sword item ladder to the swords.
I like it. Alright.
With ladder being, silvers being on the coast, it's a little bit funky to get compared to normal. But it all relies on a bunch of required items being in 9 and nothing being overworld blocked, which is very unlikely.
Unfortunately. What's also unfortunate is that extremely gross price of bombs, which Catastrophe unfortunately had to fork over the cash for.
Yeah, there comes a point where you grumble at it, you grumble at it a little more, and then you just buy the bombs. Oh!
I thought meat was the answer when grumble was the problem.
That depends on if you choose peace or violence.
Well, considering my established path here.
I like that both of the raft spots have taken games.
Yes, so definitely making it an extremely useful beginning of the game item.
And based on what I'm seeing out of these Stalfos, I don't think we have second quest back half.
Now, is it that they are not shooting the swords that gives you that indication?
That is correct. With them not shooting swords so far, I don't have that sense. And also, we haven't seen any red or blue bubbles yet, although we have not been in very many dungeons either. This is a terrible screen!
I know! What we haven't seen is what's under this bush. Oh, I know this feeling, and I feel for both of them right now.
I normally don't condone abandoning spots, but I think in this case you can abandon that spot and nobody's going to complain. Which means that will have a required level in it.
Right, and then of course, the added little kick is that, you know, the candle shop underneath a bush.
Well, I think that's going to be a level that has the red ring in it. Because the game would do that. So we're seeing some extra candle checks now. Both runners now have picked it up out of a Take Any Cave. Ooh, good money. And Stags actually has blue ring money.
Yep. I do believe we've seen a shop, but don't ask me where it was.
Chad is saying that the overworld appears to be a catastrophe.
Just tiny catastrophe.
It's smidge.
Yes, Wizrobes definitely doing their job in making sure that our runners are not progressing as far as they'd like to. I'm sure that adds to the, I'm racing. Okay, I'm back at start. Okay, and I'm back at start.
Really, the main difference between the runners is the knowledge of level 4 and the enemy.
Yeah, it's hard to get that when you're starting at 3 hearts, no bracelet, or ring I should say, running screaming, you gotta be on your point.
Yeah, a flute would actually do them a lot of good, not just the overworld exploration, but they can just flute away from all this nonsense. Or at least some of it. Getting a candle rogue check here from Catastrophe, not finding a whole heck of a lot of anything.
Okay, remember you got your boomerang, yep, nice little heart, there we go. Easy does it.
Slow and steady wins the race when the Lionels are shooting swords. Level 2 for Catastrophe, down on the bottom of Candle Rep.
Now, would you call this Fool's Gold Leaf?
Yes. And we can now confirm there will be no second quest back half, as the ropes were the normal style and not the new style.
Oh, and look at these nice little cozy, cushy enemies. Triforce just right there. Alright, Stags picked up the blue ring. What color will you turn?
It's
vanilla. Normal's good.
Anything that isn't brown, I've heard, is good.
Correct.
Catastrophe gonna skip the map at level 2. Looks like the gels did not roll up, always a good sign. So far, not finding much though.
Yeah, but I mean, 2 is 2 items on the floor, because this is vanilla, yes?
Yes. The only time that 2 will not be 2 items on the floor is if it's second quest, because second quest is, well, itself.
Yeah, second quest is second quest, and we'll just leave that right there.
And I will say second quest 8 is absolutely the worst level in the game as we find Shapes 8. Now this Shapes 8 was over, oh, there's a red. The Shapes 8 was over near the southwest corner, so that could be important.
And there's still a lot of fantastic items to be found. Could be a ladder here.
Could be a bow here.
And because this is first quest, there are no walk-through walls, correct?
Correct. And Shapes, because it follows first quest rules, will be guaranteed not to have any walk-through walls. Stags is going to elect to leave 8 for the moment on low bombs. Gonna try to get a bomb back here, and it looks like there is a ladder on the floor in level 2.
Oh, dang it, I missed that.
I missed it too until Catastrophe paused. There was a ladder or something like that.
Well, that is why we have the fantastic Imagine Sleep doing some nice tracking for us, keeping us all nice and in sync.
Yes, I would even go so far as to say nice and cozy.
Yep, I think cozy is very good.
So we have a level 2 Triforce out of level 2 for Catastrophe, but Stags has found the very orange level 3.
So this is the copper leaf.
Yes. But what will be inside the copper?
We haven't seen a heart in a hot minute, so maybe a heart and let's say the book.
Okay, I like it. The one problem with this palette is that the sword disappears from the floor. It's not as prevalent in this room because it's dark, and you're likely to be eaten in this room. But now that the room is lit, as Catastrophe is now capped on 1.
Well, possibly a blue ring purchase in the future.
Quite possibly, but gotta find the shop. Oh, well, there it is!
Yep, there we go. And are you vanilla colors too? Yes.
I'm perfectly fine with vanilla colors, even though I generally run without them because I like the pink ones.
Yes, I do enjoy most of the colors that you can get turned. Brown is my only objection.
I sometimes can't tell the difference between the vanilla...
Do you see it on the floor?
I
almost could admit it.
Look at that!
250-something rupees. Down the drain. Ish.
Oh, you know what they say? If buying the blue ring will lead you to the red ring, you'll buy the blue ring in every single seat.
Correct. And having, what is it, more than 5, 6 keys will guarantee the any key?
Yes. And buying the wooden arrows will guarantee you the arrows. Buying the bait will guarantee you that you'd ever need it. We have not seen dark nuts yet.
We saw red dark nuts, right?
Oh, yes, we did.
I can't remember if...
I think.
Yes, I think you're right. But I saw what you did. A ladder block Triforce in level 3.
Yep. It's gonna be bad news for Stags, because they've not found level 2 yet. Catastrophe finds 8. And our tracker, Imagine Sleep, saying, dying guarantees you don't...
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that is a true statement.
I mean, once again, lamenting that even though the raft is technically a buoyant object, will not help you get across that little flimsy piece of water.
Yes, the wood is selective. What it does and doesn't do. The right wood for the right job. So, that's a magic bomb wall. Alright, folks. What is that shape?
It is a pair of handcuffs.
It looks like one of those mouth hooks. I think. But I can see handcuffs.
I mean, I'm good with the mouth harp too.
And, ooh, okay. Power bracelet 3, not bad, not bad.
Yep. So, yielding some very, very nice items, which, I mean, one, definitely very happy to see. The other, possibly, could still be a block.
Absolutely. And Stags knows that this is for ladder blocked, but thankfully it's not too far away from some other levels, so getting back here should be a good deal.
Well, it looks like the pathing probably going to go into Death Mountain, maybe do the graveyard checks, Vanilla 6.
Yeah, I can see that. With the power bracelet in hand, Death Mountain, especially West Death Mountain, isn't as big of a deal because you can do it in one fell swoop, but you need more than one bomb.
Yes, because there is, I think, what, almost like 8 or 10 potential bomb spots?
11.
Yeah. Going back to bed.
So, one of the skills that you want to learn if you're wanting to try this at home is how to force bomb. Basically, the game keeps track of how many enemies you kill without getting hit. If you get to 10 enemies killed without getting hit, and you kill that 10th enemy with a bomb, you are guaranteed a bomb drop regardless of what the game would normally drop off that enemy.
It's just the getting to the 9 hits, you know, without getting hit. And then, of course, getting bopped right as you plant your bomb.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that.
It's easy to say that that's what you gotta do. It's a lot harder to actually do the thing.
Alright, and Catastrophe is in level 3. We'll be able to full clear it and come out with some very nice items.
Yes.
But don't worry, folks, this is far from over.
Yeah, there is... All it takes is one dig from Stags to have bow, and that can end up being a huge swing.
And then, of course, let us not forget that level 9 always does level 9 things.
Now, Catastrophe went straight to this Triforce, but I imagine they're going to look for the item because there's not much reason to skip a 1-2-3, especially when the enemies are not in the difficult category.
Yeah, I like that so far this seed, it's not kind, but it's fair. The overworld is just terrible, but the dungeons themselves so far have been pretty manageable.
I think that's a good descriptor, is tough but fair.
Yes.
You always want that for your seed, regardless of if you're a runner, a commentator, a watcher, because when the seed is too easy, it just, it doesn't feel as satisfying.
Depends on the day. There's some days I want to start a seed and just like trip over the silvers on my way out of the first room, and then, you know, the bow just falls off the cliff and hits me in the head.
And when you wake up, there's a ladder in front of you that you just put in your pocket.
Correct. And Mags just, you know, suddenly rolled down to 3 hearts.
And then Ganon decided, I'm not even going to show up. You can just have Zelda.
Yeah, just like shoves her out the door of level 9 and says, "Here!"
Take her. She thinks too much.
I mean, she's always getting kidnapped. At some point, like you said, for Ganon, it's not really worth the challenge anymore.
You know, I feel like Ganon would win a whole lot more often if he just put the silvers behind his room.
Yeah, that's true.
But instead, Ganon... Actually, sometimes, no. You do actually sometimes have to bomb through Ganon's room to get to the silvers.
Yes, but it's still possible, at least.
Yes. I'm hearing the suggestion of one must have rescued Zelda to enter level 9.
Oh, well, that's just being mean then, because then what does Ganon do to you?
Well, if you're playing as Zelda, Ganon kidnaps them, so...
And then technically we would be deprived of delicious bacon. And nobody wants to be deprived of delicious bacon.
Unless you eat kosher, then, well, you probably... Actually, if you eat kosher your entire life, you probably wouldn't know what bacon tastes like at all. Catastrophe's still on level 3 looking for the red ring. Ooh, hello.
Alright, here's our 7.
This is the Emerald Gemstone, encrusted dungeon.
Yes. It almost looks like Catastrophe is going to last location this red ring, but we'll be very thankful once they find it.
Yes.
I believe this was the room.
I have to say, I'm quite surprised at how many enemies have rolled down. I think it's gonna let the runners be able to deprioritize things such as Hearts of the White Sword. Outside of, darkness.
Yeah, so far that seems to be the only problem. And, I mean, they've got red ring, so it's not, a cakewalk, but still a lot better than having no ring whatsoever.
But 2 hearts of damage every hit is fun. Forget it.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to have that much fun later.
Yeah. But the red ring with this overworld definitely is going to help them not immediately get destroyed by every enemy that exists from here to Timbuktu.
Yes, we can finally see what's under that bush.
I'm still not convinced we're going to see it, because if the runners don't have to go back there, I would expect neither of them goes back and actually checks it.
Well, we still are missing 2 levels. And let's see, did we? No, we already found White Sword item. That was the any key. No. Did we see White Sword?
We have not.
Oh, dang it. Well then, maybe that's under the bush.
The end key was in 4. But this is not 4, this is 8. kind of want to see the map of 7 now.
Well, because that's the way, like 7 and 8, right? You put them together, like one has to fit in the other in terms of blocks when this is shapes.
So that usually is the case, but ever since the changes where instead of 7 and 8 sharing an 8x8 and not getting its own 8x8, all 3 of them now share a 16x8. You can have this thing where one of them is in the middle of the other.
Okay.
Which can also lead to smaller 9s, which are even more fully than regular 9s. Oh, the spiders rolled up, I think. No?
I know. At least the orange tektites I thought rolled down.
So we've seen the floor hardenate, but none of the stair items yet. We might have one. Nope. We could have a stair item here for stags, although this one is ugly.
This is an exact duplicate of a room that they just cleared, because I remember this fight already happening.
Yes. And it's another hearted 8! Oh, come on. Triple heart 1, triple heart 8. Let's go! We need one more heart and 8, and I will be happy.
And that is the theme of tonight, is making Alsoa happy.
I thought it was making Boof happy.
Well, I'm happy if you are happy.
Why don't we just let everybody be happy? Problems up.
Yeah, everybody's happy. Math checks out. Perfect.
And if you're not happy, we'll make you happy.
Yeah, tell us why you're not happy, and we will do our best to cheer you up.
Unless it requires going and getting a cake, then I actually have to push you.
Well, I mean, I did post commentary supervisor pics in the Discord, so if pictures of my Snarf do not make you happy, I don't know what will. And Catastrophe running into some possible, I don't know, is it a recorder block yet? 'Cause we found the floor, we're missing a stair, right?
Yes, we're missing a stair, and we're also missing a tripod.
Okay, so still could technically be recorder blocked here.
Yep.
Alright, this is where Stags wants to be. We just gotta hope and channel all of our powers that Stags is not just gonna try force and go, although at this point, highly unlikely. If they do, trust me, I will yell.
Well, I mean, the room will stay dead. Oh, hello. Catastrophe finds the stair. Oh, well, okay. Transport.
And see, rooms like this are so gross, but Catastrophe is showing us exactly how you can handle darkness in rooms like these by stabbing downwards, and then if you're frame perfect, they just go right through you.
Yeah. The interesting thing is that if you have a wand, this becomes like significantly easier, because apparently at some point in the programming, I picked this up on commentary a couple days ago, the wand was originally going to have a slashing motion. And when they took out the graphics and the mechanics of it, they never took out the hitbox.
That is interesting.
Yeah, so that's why it feels like you can hit everything from about 8 tiles away with the wand.
I still say the most unfair thing is the radius of the bomb walls in dungeons.
Especially compared to the bomb spots on the overworld.
Correct.
Where you go from having, like, the miles to surgical precision.
Correct. And Stags is out of bombs, which might be the only reason that they're not going to turn around and go back into level 2, but just, I don't know,
Only if it's only if it's bomb blocks that this makes sense.
Okay.
But even then, I don't like it.
No. But that's only because we have knowledge. Otherwise, you know, if you're Stags, you might be like, okay, you know, I have... Or, well, no, red candle even. I mean, it's, yeah, a little bit more offense, but still.
Yeah. I do think that's your first place to go back to when you get bombs, though. If you go to 9 before finishing out 2, then I will... Well, you can't go to 9 without finishing out 2, because you need the ladder out of it to get the Triforce out of 3.
There you go.
Sure, you could maybe dig this gargantuan 8 first, but, I mean, it's 8.
Yeah, although Catastrophe is committed to seeing exactly what's in here. Still looking for the Triforce, but, I mean, a staircase along the way to give you your... What is it? We call it the hat trick of hearts in level 8.
I think in Catastrophe's case, it does make more sense, though, because Catastrophe has already seen the items out of 2, has already seen the items out of 3, has to do 8 anyway, and really doesn't have many other options besides try to find 7 and 6. And, oh, by the way, 3 hearts!
Yay!
We have 3 hearts in 1, 3 hearts in 8! The magical sword is a possibility now! Everyone is happy.
Yep.
Especially CJ.
Alright, and I don't remember if we saw Catastrophe burning down this particular area of bushes, because Stags did just find the letter. Alright, there's a bomb shop. You have 198. Now I want you to get back up there. Yes. Get back up into right now.
Oh, wait. No, I already seen that cave. Has not been here yet, so we're gonna open this up. That's fine.
Yes, that is 1 bomb.
It's a heart for the effort, so that's pretty good.
Yep, now just get back up there.
Head in the correct way. So far, so good. Gonna check the spot. Try to get a bomb. No dice. Gets heart, though. Catastrophe is still digging out this level 8. Been in here quite a while now.
Alright, Stags, where are you going? Go left, 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 left. With that shot. Maybe going back to the bomb shop? No?
Okay. No, here we go. And going to the right. Heading what looks to be to the power bracelet coast spot. Oh, wait, no. Gonna buy more bombs. Okay.
Yes, now get back up there. No, I said up!
Stags is headed to here. Okay, gonna see. It is another Take Any! Wow, that's a lot of level 8 scene. A lot of 8 scene for Catastrophe.
I think just that tiny little section over to the right, and that's it.
And also maybe one room over on the left side in the corner.
Yeah, the problem is, though, I mean, we've seen dig doggers here, so this could be a search in vain.
It very well could be, especially if one Dig Dogger has the recorder and the other one has the Vipers. Stags finds another bomb shop heading over towards the eastern forest now.
I mean, I get it, there's, you know, checks to be had, but still, we have knowledge, and therefore we have yelling.
Yeah. Stag's now gonna go finish off the coast. Catastrophe's gotta watch their health. I mean, technically they might have watched their health hit 0. But usually that's not what is meant when somebody says watch your health.
Alright, and Stag's finishing off the coast. Now we just have to channel mental telepathy. I want you to go back to 2.
Heading to the coast.
Oh, wait, did Stags get that last item out of level 1?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Maybe?
If he didn't, then I could understand wanting to go to 1. Based on that, though, I don't think they're going to 1.
Although possibly heading in the direction of maybe doing the waterfall, vanilla 5 checks. It kind of makes sense. You have power bracelet, you know, exploration versus digging, the second item out of a level, you know.
Good enough? Okay, level 6 is power bracelet.
Yeah, it's exploration, but, you know, I still just... It's that knowledge, and you want your runners to have, like, all of the luck. And screaming apparently isn't helping right now.
Now, if there is a recorder here instead, then I would absolutely say whistle over to 2 real quick, because it doesn't really interrupt your exploration at that point. And Catastrophe is leaving 8, going with the assumption that it's recorder blocked.
Which at this point, with the amount of time that they've spent in level 8, it's a very good assumption.
Yeah, I think I would make the same assumption as just sorry. I don't want to come back because it's in a terrible location, but time to just gotta leave.
Alright, it has...
Go
Go ahead. No? I was going to say, has 4 bombs, is kind of doing the same route that Stags did, and unless they're lucky with some force bombs, will not be making too much more progress than Stags did.
I think we're only missing level 5 at this point.
You are correct.
Which is probably going to be somewhere near Canada.
Under a candle spot.
Yes.
No, wait. Recorder. That's what I meant to say.
It
We
could
want
be
at least...
Like...
How about this? You burn the bush down to uncover the ground, and then you recorder, and that actually uncovers the hole.
Hold on, I'm thinking about how I can make this happen. There's a way to do that in Zelda Classic. Floor heart for Stags. That's 8 of the 9 hearts. No, is that 7 of the 9 hearts seen, I think? See, 3 and 1, 3 and 8. Yeah, I think it's 7 of the 9 hearts.
Alright, we have a staircase, and... Ow.
And it tends to happen. Bit better otherwise.
And hilariously not taking you too much further from the other staircase.
It saved the key, which is pretty good at this point, given that Stags has 5 keys. It might not be. Well, that would be nice.
And seeing this, it's painful.
This is a hint shot for Catastrophe if the book ever gets found.
Well, I was wrong about the book being in... Oh, heck, what level did I say I wanted it? I think I wanted it in 3.
Yes. Yeah, I think it was 3.
Oh, and it looks like the gold whiz robes did roll up. I don't know how much chunkier, though.
28 rupees. Catastrophe goes up to 115. That is enough to buy... Well, I mean, really all Catastrophe is going to want to buy at this point. Bomb upgrades are maybe if they're concerned about a block in 7.
And speaking of bomb upgrades, we have not seen one yet.
I would say arrows, but the silver arrows are on the coast, but Catastrophe has not routed those in just yet.
Right. As we know, there is no way that wooden arrows are required.
Right. Now, I kind of understand not routing in the silver speedy actually, just on the grounds that you don't have the bow yet, you know exactly where they are, and they're very close to start. So you can kind of just get them whenever, as long as you don't forget to get them before you go into 9, that's the key. I don't want to imagine the level of yelling that will happen if they do.
I promise I will not do it on stream.
It might disrupt Snurf.
He's gone. He decided that I shifted my weight slightly to the left because he was putting my foot asleep. And that was too much of an affront, so he told me where to go and left.
Yes, I haven't had the experience of that, but I have had the experience of the cat that is, while very polite, incredibly demanding, that you just give her all of the attention for, about 5 hours.
Yeah, that checks out. My favorite is...
Go ahead.
My favorite is the laptop on the lap, and then Snarf comes over and is like, "Oh, hi, Ma." And it's just like, can I? And I'm like, "No, honey, I'm typing an email." "Oh, no, okay, let me just get on your lap a little more." "Oh, you gotta do..." "Oh, no, let me just get on your lap a little more." And then before you know it. And yes, Game Bunker, my cat is named Snarf.
In the cat's mind, the light machine is making the big two-legged clumsy cat distracted, and I want to play with the two-legged clumsy cat.
Yes.
Catastrophe back in level 4. Stags has seen the Triforce in 6, but is going to elect to continue digging for the item. With how little is left of this 6, I agree with it.
Yes. Yes, Imagine Sleep, that's exactly what happens. As soon as you are not paying attention to them, it means you must really want me to get your attention. Oh my goodness. And that just annoys me.
The cat or the bow block?
The bow block.
Yeah. The one upside to it is, unless that is recorder, it's not going to be required. I would make the assumption that I'm not coming back to that item.
But it's, like, on a runner's perspective, like, it's so annoying. You're just like, I have, like, 2 rooms left, and then you run into that.
Oh, it is absolutely terrible if you're a runner. Let's, even if you say, okay, well, it's probably not required, that doesn't matter. And we have a white sword set of hot dogs.
Yep. And I do love that Stags went and picked it up anyway. And then, of course, lit the spot on fire.
So the question is, what brand of hot dogs do you think goes on?
I'm gonna go for Sabrettes.
I can dig it. Well, 4 found, 4 stags.
Another potential stair. No, wait, did we see... Let's see, we didn't see anything in... No, we saw the Aniki, but that was on the floor.
Yep.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so the Goma in here possibly could be blocking something.
Yes. Also, I disagree that they're Oscar Mayer hot dogs because they look too thick and juicy for that. I would like them to be like Hebrew Nationals or Nathan's.
I mean, if we're going on thickness, then it can't be Sabrettes because those are usually a longer, thinner variety. So then, ooh, what about like, no, what's the, ooh, kielbasa.
Yes! I support this in full. As a guy at work who one day brought in his dad's kielbasa and his dad's butcher. And
oh my gosh.
That with the spicy mustard was just perfect.
Now, was it whole grain spicy or just spicy?
Whole grain spicy.
And this is spicy too. Thankfully, not Goma blocked.
Yep. But it may well have been ladder blocked. Actually, I think... Wait. I'm doing the math in my head. Please continue.
Well, I'm not sure, because I know we did see a tea room, but Stags was able to navigate around it, and there could be a path down here to the bottom. I'm not sure.
I think, if I remember correctly, there was an old man room to the left of this room that Stags is about to enter. And if that's the case,
oh boy, yeah.
So level 2.
I know. I guess I just have to scream more. That's apparently the answer.
Or have Stags tune his radio to a different frequency.
Yes. I mean, well, the cats aren't going to be any help, because Boomstick is oversleeping on the bed. Snarf has... I think he's in his closet box right now. And Catastrophe also picking up the raft.
Hey,
I don't... If there's an adjective... Go ahead.
Look, you need a raft for yourself. You need a raft for Zelda when you sail to the Bahamas.
Or you need a raft to throw, because... Second raft, because the first raft sinks, as we know it's not buoyant over those particular types of spots. And then what you gotta do is you throw the second raft on top of the first raft, and then you all of a sudden can go over those water spots.
Can we get this as an option? If you pick up 2 rafts, you get a ladder.
Well, I mean, you can turn an old man into a white sword, right?
Yeah, if you can do that, anything's possible.
Well, it's the you kill the Gleeok and you stab the head at the last point, or you put the ladder over the head or something like that. What's that trick?
You need a 4-headed Gleeok. You need to not have a white sword already. You need to have the ladder. You're standing on the ladder when you kill the 3rd head. And I think you have to have just so much crap on the screen that you overload the game and it just freaks out and doesn't know what to do. So it spawns an old man and then you kill it and you get a white sword.
Which I think for some people is their dream, to kill the old man.
When the old man is blocking the path to Zelda, yeah.
Or you're 1 rupee short of a mugger door.
Or you're really desperately looking for that last level, and you just find an old man that says, "I bet you have to like, I bet you'd like to have more nothing," and then takes your money. Like,
Can confirm. All very terrible.
Nothing in Spectacular Rock today. Okay, so to answer the question of is it legal to spawn a white sword off of the Gleeok? I haven't heard a ruling on it one way or the other, but it's also like incredibly specific and difficult to set up that I don't think it's actually ever been done in a case where we got their first white sword out of it. So I'm gonna defer to the admins on the legality of it.
I think it should be fine, because I mean that's major swag points to me right there.
Yeah, I would be in favor of approving it, just because, like you said, it's major swag points and it's so dang difficult to do.
Yeah, and it's not one of those things that like it's dependent on, let's say you have an emulator and so you can only work on like the console or something. It's like it is a specific trick that anybody can do. It's just uber hard.
Plus, there's also just going to be a white sword available somewhere, so it's not like your only method of getting a white sword, unless you're playing with the flag where the white sword and the magical sword are replaced by bomb upgrades. Then 10 hearts is not enough for magical sword.
And then you tape, or you duct tape the first white sword to the second white sword. And then you have yourself your makeshift magic sword.
Well, hold on. Are we taping it as level 5 as your quarter block? I believe you called that.
I did say it was under the ground, but there was no bush burning to do this. But technically the desert's so hot, so maybe there was bushes there at one point.
The question for me is, if you're duct taping the white swords together, are you doing it Darth Maul style?
Let's see. I don't know. That is a very, very good question. I'm gonna have to come back to you on that one. Ah, here's a bomb upgrade, and of course, just a little short.
I like the suggestion of strapping silvers to the white sword. Thank you for the compass game. It knows when to give it to you.
Yep. And Stags is finishing up the rest of the Death Mountain checks. Unfortunately, we know really nothing left to find. So unfortunately, we need to have Stags get their behind back to level 2.
Yep. And the bigger problem, too, is going to be that the longer it takes them to go back to level 2, the bigger Catastrophe's lead is going to get, not just from the standpoint of having the ladder to get the Triforce out of 3, but the recorder out of 4 is also proving to be a huge deal. Now, this will be the vanilla level 5 layout, so it's the lizard.
I always thought it looked more like a snakehead. Lizards, to me, have longer snouts.
The funny thing is, technically, I think level 4 is supposed to be the snake.
Yeah, I always look at, like, what was it, the game manual, and looking at the title of the levels, I'm like, there is no way that is that. Like, what have you smoked to get that sort of shape?
I mean, we all know the demon is actually the alligator.
And then Walt Disney apparently came over when they were designing Second Quest Level 9.
I've always heard it's supposed to be Ganon's head.
That would make him look more adorable if the ears were actually that sort of round.
I've also heard it referred to as the bunny. The better 9. Seriously, as much as 2Q is sometimes terrible. Hey, look! A white sword. So the way that you... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
The way that you can tell that the sword is made is more powerful is because it's made out of white pixels. It's made out of metal as opposed to the brown pixels that you find in wood sword.
Yes, can confirm. Oh my goodness.
That's basically go mode for Catastrophe, and I think I would just go ahead and grab those silvers in the next immediate future so that you don't have to worry about getting Goma blocked anywhere.
And I don't believe Catastrophe has seen level 6, but considering its location is right around the coast, oof, Stags needs to have something happen very quickly.
The big thing is Stags needs to get to 2 ASAP. Because the longer it takes Stags to get to 2, the more time Stags is going to spend looking for things that are not level.
I mean, at this point, what is there left? I mean, it looks like maybe a couple bomb checks over here in West Death Mountain, but at some point, you have to go back in and just start looking into levels.
And there is one thing that I think Stags is doing that is an option.
Do tell.
Level 7. Because 7's up here in Death Mountain. 11 hearts not enough. Which, okay, there is some logic to saying, let me go ahead and do 7 while I'm here. Oh no, Stags is taking the any road.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, this... Oh, this is a level 8 play.
Oh dear.
It's a reasonable play to make, because you have 2 items still in 8, and you have to get the Triforce out of there at some point. But we know the Triforce is blocked by the quarter. The items in here were just hearts.
Yeah. Although, wait, we did see that Goma. Yes. Oh, no, wait, because Stags already got the Triforce out of 6, so there's no way that this is going to bunk Catastrophe at all.
Right. And, yeah, honestly, if I'm in Stags' shoes, I don't think it's that play. Like, that's the thing, is oftentimes, even if I'll disagree with the runner's decision, I'll understand why they made that decision.
Yeah, some of it, like, some people say, you know, I go with, you know, just what I always go, you know, I stick with what I know, and other people use instinct.
I can speak from personal experience that the instinct method of go with your gut and fire from the hip is fantastic, except when your gut sense is dead.
Well, I mean, there is that.
Yeah, when your gut sense is dead, you just frustrate yourself because you're like, why is nothing anywhere? Tell me something! And then it tells you to just go later. Stag's gonna make your way up into this little portion of level 8 sooner. Might want to get some bombs off of that, oh, there's the big dogger. Might want to grab some bombs off that doggo.
And welcome in EMP and Raiders. We are in the middle of a fantastic match between Catastrophe573 and Stags28.
Interestingly, if you look at all of the numbers in their names, you get absolutely no pattern.
Yeah, it's too late in the day for me to try to math something out of that.
And I've already used up all of my math. I'm generally trying to limit it to 1 math per commentary.
And, you know, too much is just not fair.
Yes. That, and sometimes I suddenly hear a shout of, no math.
Oh, just ignore those people.
Okay, BBQ's offering some math of 573 plus 28 equals 601. 6 plus 0 plus 1 equals 7, and 7 has nothing in it. Therefore, the book is done.
Okay, that's fair. Now, is Catastrophe going to try mags again? Aw, come on, you had an extra heart.
I think Catastrophe is a little more interested in grabbing the silvers first.
Fine.
And... yeah. I would probably do the same. Just go grab this over. Say, okay, cool, I have these. I won't forget them later.
Yeah, but it was one screen away.
But also with White Sword and Recorder, there's not much that's going to stop Catastrophe right now. Now, if I recall, 6 was like this level, like a screen or 2 over. But I didn't actually write down where it is.
Wait, which level are we looking for? Because Catastrophe just came out of 6.
I'm an idiot!
Because 7 is...
We're gonna see it.
Yeah, but I...
the cursed bush is nothing! I guess Catastrophe is looking for 7. I don't know if they've been to West End Mountain.
Yeah, it's the only thing I can think of. So, the door... Okay, here... No, get back!
Alright. I feel like you go into 2 on.
Get...
Oh, wait, no. Stags might have just mismarked it. I think we're okay. We're okay. Stags is gonna try to get in. There we go.
Okay. Whew.
Everybody calm down. This is fine.
Yes. Oh, there's... I am calm as a cucumber here. No, that's cool. No, cucumbers can be calm. Still works.
Definitely sea cucumbers can, because it is kind of chilly.
Although apparently... I don't know, I've never tried it on my cats, but aren't cucumbers supposed to, like, really scare the heck out of cats? You see those videos, like, putting a cucumber next to a cat and they turn around and just like, oof!
I've seen that, and I've also seen aluminum foil does it. Like, they jump onto a table, there's aluminum foil, and they leap off like they just got shocked with 20,000 volts.
Well, that, I think, is more the sound, right? I don't know, I don't agree with those, and if you're one of those people, this is no offense to you, but I don't agree with those that, you know, scare the cats for the videos. I mean, mine are scared of life as it is. And Snarf is now instigating Boomstick, so, oh, hold on, I gotta mute real quick. And there they go.
Level 7 for Catastrophe, ladder for Stags.
Thank goodness I turned my head to yell at the cats, and I saw him outside of 2. I was ready to be like, get back in there!
Yeah, look at the cats and the runners.
Well, the cats don't listen, especially when they want to play. Alright, so...
There, go ahead.
Yep, I was going to say, if you're Stags, where do you go? You have the ladder, you now have things open.
Catastrophe is going for the ultimate swag points. Doing the Triforces out of levels 1 through 6 in numerical order. And now doing 7 and 8 in numerical order as well.
Does that give swag points?
It happens so rarely that I think it does.
Okay, I will allow it then. Not as many swag points as the Gleeok Old Man White Sword trick.
No. But definitely deserves some level of recognition because it is very rare.
Now, Stags might give us a mags check, and I will have a tiny laugh at Catastrophe's expense if this is this is able to be picked up.
Let's see. Stags is heading straight for it. Into Monocle Rock.
Okay, that was my small laugh.
That actually might end up being huge for this level 7. And if level 9 is Darkness Build 2, that is one of the things that Stags needs to help give them a good path back.
Yeah, the biggest problem is Stags needs to go back to level 4, pull out the recorder, because we need to get back in there. Into level 5, which I've been avoiding those numbers all night.
Yes. Stags looks like with that magical sword in hand, they are headed over towards levels 3 and 8. Oh my goodness, we have Priest ET!
Okay, I was so afraid to say that.
We have ET the Priest is level 7!
I was like, should I say that?
You know, this comes full circle from the Atari 2600 ET game.
remember E.T. looking for a Bible in that game.
Well, I mean, with the way the Atari graphics were, you can interpret everything as everything.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. Priest E.T. and the complement level 8.
The incense burner, the thing you swing around.
Yes! Yeah, that's it. So then what's level 9 gonna be?
I mean, we could go inclusive and say it's a menorah.
I would be okay with this.
Yeah, we love everybody here.
I'd be very okay with a menorah.
But then that means there's going to be nubbins. And then level 9 is going to do level 9 nubbin things, because the runners are going to forget to check the nubbins.
Alright, so it's a win-win. I'm being asked if I've actually played the E.T. Atari game, and I would like to not make everybody feel old.
Oh, don't worry, I do that enough to myself. You're fine.
That game's been around longer than I have. Level 8 Triforce for Stags. It was not recorder blocked.
Ooh, okay,
That's
so
okay.
This is good. This is good. So this is not a full runaway for Catastrophe.
Catastrophe never checked that one room. So now Catastrophe, when they go back to 8, is going to do all the Dig Dogger rooms. That's another little advantage that Stags can get, especially because they're just leaving. If they elect to dig level 5, they're not going back.
Yep, and this was just a Triforce pickup, so Stags, let's see. Where do you go next if you're Stags? Probably to 4.
Yeah, I think you go to 4 next, and then you just look for 5. I mean, Stags probably has figured, based on their exploration by now, that the quarter's required. And you're absolutely going to go check your smaller dungeons for that before you go to 7 and 8.
Absolutely agree with you, yeah. So, I mean, this is still a race. Anybody who is thinking that this is over and Catastrophe has it, let me disabuse you of that notion.
Game. You've bait blocked 1 room in 7?
But was it an important room?
If the compass shows that that's what the Triforce is, I'm very happy. So here's the thing. If you've watched a lot of these races, it can often seem like come from behind victories are difficult, but they're not. Stags is going to go to 7 here. This doesn't necessarily help Stags that much.
No, and the problem is we don't know what's in here, and Stags still needs the bow.
Yep. But Stags does have magical swords, so we'll have a little bit of an easier time clearing all this out.
Alright, so maybe we'll see, because I want to make this as close as possible. Stags finds the book in 7, and then finds an old man telling them that the bow is in 5.
I'd be okay with this. And now Stags will see E.T. the Priest.
Yep, chat's hoping for the bait block. Yep, the dream is still alive.
Yes. So now that we've seen a whole bunch of stuff...
Is a good way to put it.
And with the boomerang now found as one of the 2 items level 7, I'm going to guess that 9 has a heart. As much as I would like the book to be in 7, feels more likely to be a 9.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
There's a Triforce for Catastrophe, so Catastrophe's not going to find out what this war item is, under any circumstance.
I mean, it could still be meat blocked, but Catastrophe doesn't care.
Yeah. The meat will not be purchased. Catastrophe's just got to go to 8. And the other thing that's going to kind of determine how much of a window Stags has is going to be the overworld routing. Because once Stags gets the recorder, they got to check all those recorder spots. So you got to really think about, okay, what order do I want to do those in to maximize on my efficiency?
Well, I would say based on the location of 4, probably Death Mountain, just because it seems to be the easier, it seems to be the kind of way that the game is pushing you, in my opinion.
Yes, I think I would do that East Death Mountain check into Desert. Because thankfully there's no recorder spots on West Death Mountain, so you can do that East Death Mountain one pretty quickly.
Alright, now let's see if Catastrophe heads straight for a Dig Dogger.
Based on this movement, I believe so.
Because I think it was the E column, the top half, bottommost block, right?
Yes. That is, well, assuming that you, by the E column, you're meaning the first E column.
Yes.
Then yes, there are 2 E's, but that is the correct one.
Well, I was going to say the E closest to L, and then I remembered what letters.
Alright, so which E closest to which L? Or maybe it's the E closest to the B.
Yes.
Triforce for Stags. Based on them leaving 8 with the Triforce, I'm kind of expecting them to also leave here with the Triforce.
Yeah, because there's still, like, in their mind, one more dungeon still to be found. So let's just, alright, keep walking, keep walking. Walk, 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 walk.
Yep.
I said
Going
walk!
back in.
And see, they don't listen to me.
But it's a reasonable play to make, because 7th is in the middle of nowhere, and if you don't have a recorder, then do you really want to walk back here if you're wrong? It's an opportunity cost thing.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, I don't think Stag saw either item on 7.
No, I don't believe so. Because we haven't seen the floor item. We just saw the boomerang in the staircase.
Yes. Now, I do think I would leave if I get a bluff, because I would assume because I'm assuming Stags has marked where the hit shots are. And here we are back in the Dig Doggers. Use silver arrows to get them down quicker. But nothing!
So then you have to question, how long is it going to take Catastrophe to look at the map and realize there's just that one tiny little room up there under the E by the L?
Or is the worst case scenario for Catastrophe is that they're like, oh crap, I missed marked room is clear. Now I gotta re-clear the whole dang dungeon.
Alright, so if you're Team Stags, you want Catastrophe to have a brain fart.
But Catastrophe just found the compass.
Alright, flatulence notwithstanding then, looks like Catastrophe is going to be able to fix this real quick and give us our look at level 9.
And no floor item or stair item yet for Stags. Hi, Goma. Hi, Goma. So, besides the map, what are we going to be looking for here on level 9?
Well, it depends on your preference. We've got the roar in the door, the pig in the brig, your bacon and your taken. But all of these things means that Ganon is just a really terrible landlord and decides that he wants to scream at everything. The clouds, the dog on his yard, and you'll be able to hear him from one room away. You're also going to be looking for a shutter door that will not open if you have cleared the room, or in the case of defeating Ganon, will open no matter what's in the room, even if it is delicious kielbasa.
I'd like to make a quick note about our level 7 that we have here for Stags. I'm starting to become convinced the floor item is blocked.
Which is hilarious, but I just heard a roar.
Yeah, Ganon's right there. Do we have the dream?
There's shutter doors.
If we have the dream 9, well, at that point it might not matter what you did.
Alright, here we go.
You definitely check these doors before you go looking for Zelda anywhere else. That's curious. And that's not Zelda. Alright, so the hunt is on.
And then every shutter door, you do a little and then, oh.
So, how does Stags get back into this? Well, the first thing Stags has got to do is get to level. Get the recorder, get to 5, get the bow out of 5, and then scare hop at 9 and hope there's a magic stick that gets right to Zelda. That's Stags' best route here. Oh look, another big dogger.
Yeah, it's definitely not impossible. I mean, depending on how, easy Ganon was, maybe this is now the fake out that Zelda's, a magic staircase behind a magic staircase.
And Stags does have the magical sword, which is going to help a little bit. So, I would be marking at least which rooms can have stairs, even if I'm not going to take them, just so that I know where I can go back to later if it's, oh, I actually need a staircase.
See, that's what smart people would do. I am still a paper tracker and rely on my memory, so I would just be employing my usual run screaming through the level method.
I would like to say, I have a lot of respect for the folks who do the paper tracker, because with some of the tools that we have, it's very easy to kind of get, for lack of a better term, lazy about saying, oh, well, I have this, or I can do that, whereas folks that use the paper tracker have to keep a lot more in the memory banks, which means they are sometimes thinking about the seed more actively.
Or if you're like me, you're just stubborn. It's like, this dang technology, I don't want to learn how to use the face tubes.
I mean, to be fair, the face tubes is the face tubes.
Yes, and chat... Nope, go ahead.
You put your face in the tube, and then the tube spits back out another face, and the next thing you know, you're looking at more faces.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't want to see sometimes, is more faces.
We're hearing that there may have been a wand on the floor in 7.
Oh, that would explain Stags leaving the level.
Yes, and it looks like Stags is headed straight to the floor instead of going to 8. I like it.
Yep. And it's not the wand, it's the wand.
Ah, yes, the wand. Catastrophe is now jumping in stairs, going to end up in the little corner of 9. This is a shape of 9, so it has the potential to be segmented.
So when you're doing level 9, and you're hunting down the princess, do you like to throw yourself down staircases, or do you like to take the more linear approach?
I generally go until I run out of doors that I can take. Then I look at my map and say, okay, this is where I've got staircases. Go back. The exceptions to that are if 9 is either known to have or is reasonably likely to have good items, and I may move my head into more stairs to see if I can pick up something good. There's 9. It's, can't even really call that Swiss cheese.
I'm gonna say, let's see. My first impression was Ditto, the Pokemon.
I like it. If we're gonna keep with the Priest ET theme, it's probably some sort of temple.
No, Bishop Ditto, there we go.
Bishop Ditto and Priest ET. What a name a more dynamic duo. Bishop Ditto and Priest ET. I would have said iconic, but I screwed the word up and said dynamic instead.
Nope, it still works. Not even Batman and Robin could touch them.
Nope. Catastrophe gonna pick up that bomb pack. This should be the recorder for Stags. And really, not a whole lot of ability to get to the right side of this 9 so far for Catastrophe. I might end up having to start jumping in stairs. But there's the... Wow, okay.
I mean, at this point, pick it up, though, because you could, like, the old man, yeah, get your butt down there. Because they could tell you where the princess is.
Or where the compass is. You'll get at least one of those two unless it's the mugger that replaces the old man. Which can't happen.
No, it just means the next room's going to have Zelda.
Yep. Stags gets the Triforce out of level 4 and needs to get to level 5.
Might be a slight detour, as we said, just because the logic of the checks might push them towards Death Mountain first, but not too many spots, especially if you route it the right way.
Yep. Gonna record her away, actually. Compass!
Oh no!
She's in sort of a fat nubbin.
But a nubbin nonetheless.
Yes. I was actually about to ask if that counts as a nubbin.
Yeah, let's say it's a nubbin.
So, Stags has an incredibly small window, entirely dependent upon is that max activity points. Stag's gonna buy the meat?
Maybe still thinking about that potential meat block in 7.
Yeah, might be saying, you know what, I'm not gonna chance bow, I'm just gonna go back to 7, but there's a door.
Ah,
and
beautiful race.
And,
Everybody
everyone,
get your... Nope. Go for it, Elsa.
Everyone please get your GGs in chat for, Catastrophe finishing with an official time of 1:24:33.
This was a very, very close race. I mean, really the biggest thing that happened is Catastrophe finding that ladder in 2 earlier. I think that's just kind of what blew the seed wide open for him.
Yep.
So Stags defying expectations, but this is happy. This is good, because this will put them in the right spot. So maybe the thought was, you know, there's more checks over here, so I better go in the direction of more checks instead of the Death Mountain one.
Yep. And from a standpoint of standings, this will guarantee Catastrophe a slot in the play-in to potentially go into the upper bracket. Stags will need to win next week to get their ticket to the play-in in shape, but not impossible. Nothing is impossible in Z1. Except Yoma blocking the bow.
And level 10.
Well, apparently the book's in there. I think it was yesterday we were discussing that level 10 apparently has book, the flippers, and the master sword, and then it's level 11 that has Din's fire.
And what's on pedestal?
20, the single 20 rupee that exists.
Ah, couch cash, nice.
Yeah. I see a suggestion in chat that the claw shot's also on the pedestal.
Oh, fully agree.
And then if you're really lucky, you might find level 8, where every item is a blue ring.
But then you tape that blue... No, wait, you've got 10 fingers. So
Yeah,
you put one on each finger. There you go.
And then you get like 20 times defense.
Ooh, no, reflect damage. That way, if like Ganon tries to give you the pile driver, ends up hurting themselves.
Yeah. And we are joined by Catastrophe, the winner of tonight's race. GG's.
GG's, thank you.
So the key difference was the early ladder out of level 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that ladder felt really good. There were a couple other item finds I wasn't as sure about, but the ladder, I'm like, well, yeah. Whew.
The most painful one for us was the bush to the west of Vanilla 8. And
Oh,
watching
yeah.
you guys get bodied by the whiz robes all the time where we're like, I know there's going to be something in there. We know there's going to be something. No.
No, I even went back to check it too. Yeah, the way those whiz robes stagger on that screen, it made just standing still long enough to see if the candle fire unearthed the staircase just impossible. I think I died there. I mean, it was right next to start, so it was a quick check, but I think I died there twice. Maybe 3 times, and then I'm just like, no, I'll save it until the end of the race.
And for everyone's awareness, Stags has gone ahead and hit the forfeit button, but is electing to go ahead and just, keep playing the scene.
Nice, good, yeah.
I fully support runners saying, you know what, I'm just going to finish this out.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's just fun to play the game, so why not play the game, We set aside an hour and a half tonight to play Zelda 1 Randomizer, sometimes 2 hours. You know what? May as well finish the game, yeah.
And when you have mags in the red ring.
Yeah. I checked mags, I think, at 11?
Yes, that's what I was going to yell at you about.
Yeah.
You came out with that 1 heart, and you turned right to go get the silvers off. I'm like, get back there, because that's all you needed.
Yeah, I just one more. Yeah, so yep. I thought Stags was in front of me the whole race, really. So my 8 was kind of bad, right? I full dug the whole 8. Thought that the Triforce was Dig Dugger blocked. Went back, killed all the Dig Doggers, and then it was just a bunch of keys over here. The Dig Doggers were only blocking my compass, but even still, what I did for that 7 and 8 felt like it took forever, right? And I thought, oh man, this is really good for Stags, because it's impossible to play these 7 or 8 with more rooms than I did. Nobody will ever spend more time in 7 and 8. And then I bought that blue ring, and then 7 minutes later found a red ring in 3, and it was in a really easy spot to find on the floor. So I'm like, oh great, so now Stags has that too. And then I thought with levels 1, 2, and 3 having all the good stuff in them, that Stags would also have all the good stuff out of 1, 2, and 3. So I'm like, I guess I don't really have any item advantage here. And I feel like I've been slow in my dungeons. I better hurry up. And that's why I didn't turn around for the mags. Because I mean, if I had picked up those mags, it would have made everything faster. But I was just too panicked. I think the time trade-off of scrolling one screen to try mags was absolutely worth it. But I was too panicked to think straight. And after I killed Ganon, I was too panicked to aim arrows at Gorias or block clip. Apparently, just shaking that entire Ganon dig, where I ended up somehow going back into Ganon's room 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, oh my god, where's Zelda? Where's Zelda? My opponent's gonna done. Where's Zelda? Just in a total panic.
Well, hold that thought for a second, because we are joined by Stags and GG to you as well.
Welcome.
I have to yell at both of you though, because
fair.
You're talking about saving time, and you both picked up the raft, and I'm just like, oh. Of course.
Yeah.
Just ran into the room blindly, and then as soon as I was running up, I thought, oh, I already have this. And while I was there, I made sure to throw a candle flame also.
Yeah. It's a muscle memory thing, even when you have 200 rupees and you're only looking for level 7 to beat the game, you still pick up medium and small secrets, It's like, why do you do that? I should leave those behind as well. I can't not. I see the shape of the room, I press the up button. It's just, yeah. If I stopped to second guess myself all the time, I might be slower for it. I don't know. Just, yeah.
So
but you're right. I could have left the raft.
I was gonna say the one I wanted to yell at myself for was going back into the room to pick up the bait, knowing that there was a bait block for 1 room in 7. And then remembering, wait, you cleared everything out of 7.
Oh, yeah. You got both items in the Triforce? Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the flute until really, really late.
I forget where flute was, because I mark everything as just books on my tracker for speed. Just one left click. It was 4?
Yeah, ladder blocked in 4.
Oh, that's mean because the ladder was in 2. Oh yeah, okay. Right,
And I ran out of
double
bombs
dip
in 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to ask both of you your thoughts on the map of level 7.
Very sus.
We in the booth have our definition of it of E.T. the Priest.
Yep.
I was thinking it was a troll with a spiked club in one hand and a large bat in the other.
Could have also been Qbert, maybe. Definitely looked like some Atari generation sprite, since it's one color and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the appearance of E.T. the Priest and Bishop Ditto at 9.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, man. I thought 9 was kind of shaped like a Wizrobe.
Well, credits to Booth, definitely, for the Bishop Ditto. But 9 could have been a whole bunch of different things, because it was kind of a blob.
Yeah, kind of a blob.
There is the question, where Zelda was found, do you consider that a nubbin?
I already can't see my 9 map, and in those last 4 or 5 rooms, I wasn't tracking. If it's got 3 void walls around it, then yes, including the end of the edge of the map. So if she was in column 8 with void walls north and south, then yes, that's a nubbin. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, Stags, I do want to say I did yell at you for level 2. So you did. Don't worry, you got yelled at today. But both of you getting knocked around, would it make you feel any better to know that the bush to the west of Vanilla 8 did not burn? Or would that make you feel worse?
Well, I figured it out, but made me feel better, I guess. Yeah.
I cleared it in my tracker, and then I thought, I'm not 100%, so I uncleared it, and then I cleared it again and uncleared it. I wasn't going to go back to it unless there was a complete full clear, but it was in my mind, and just a very little bit.
My early speculation was that would definitely be the level that has the red ring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you put the ladder and the bow in that level. Yeah, guarded by the staggered red Wizrobes. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the only screen in the overworld where a block clip does anything, yeah, that'd be choice.
You can use a block clip to recorder. I haven't tried it in Rando because I feel like the results would be completely chaotic, but also kind of fun.
True, yeah. Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't recorder often enough. It's so obscure, but being able to teleport one screen up and left of anything is actually pretty good, Yeah, like I could have done it to level 3 to go to the graveyard, so.
Mhm.
Again, yeah, things I never think of while I'm racing because my brain just doesn't have enough processor cycles. I gotta play and track and also know what's best. That's why I grabbed the White Sword Raft. I just can't not. Yeah.
So with this catastrophe, you go into the 2-2 group heading into next week with a ticket punched into the play-in race.
Oh boy.
And Stags, you definitely still have quite the opportunity to get into the play-in race. You just will need to win next week.
Yeah, I've made sure to forfeit as quickly as possible, although I hit the wrong button today, which scared Catastrophe for a minute.
Oh, yeah, I thought my opponent finished 3 seconds after I did, and I was like,
I've been trying to
I was
forfeit
already shaking, yeah, no, it's fine,
to make sure that any tiebreaker would put me down into the lower bracket. I'm kind of counting on that.
Good luck in your 1-3 race. I believe in you. It doesn't sound like you played all that badly in this one, so I mean, you'll probably be as dangerous as anyone in 1-3. I hope you win.
Yep, thank you. I just ran into a bomb block in 2. Otherwise, I would have had the ladder and so much else would have been cleared.
Yeah, that could have changed everything. Ladder also helped combat with blue dark nuts and a lot of NSU rooms and stuff like that. Like, ladder just makes combat easier because it makes you safe from stuff. And yeah, like that ladder really did change everything for me. I'm sorry you didn't have it. Yeah, like that. I was assuming you had everything out of 1, 2, and 3, like I did, and then that's why I thought you were like in front of me, or it was. Yeah, wow. Whew.
Yeah, I got the key out of 4, but I had to come back to 4 by not having the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So that if I had made it through 2 and got the ladder, it would have sped a bunch up. I think it would have been pretty close ultimately.
Yeah. I mean, I think I also went into 4, got the any key, found the ladder block or the combat block because that could have been a connector, but I didn't want to do it, and then bailed, and then came back later, and I was glad I did. When I came back to 4, I still had numerous other dungeons outstanding. I just wanted to get the items out of 4 in case they made my other dungeons faster. Because I knew my other dungeons, it's funny, I think my other dungeons were 5, 6, 7, and at the time I had spent a ton of time in 8. So I had only like meaner, bigger dungeons left, and no bow. So I wanted to dig 4 fully, just to try to get like a red ring, a white sword, maybe the bow, so I can kind of skip some other stuff, and I got the recorder, which ended up being super necessary. Yeah.
So I ended up getting the Y Force in 8 after picking up 2 hearts, and I left. I did not go back. So there's a lot of 8 that I didn't see.
Oh, there's 3 hearts, and one of them is in a nubbin, a big nubbin, in the top right corner. There's like a little snout of 4 rooms that are linear with no other way to get in and out. And I bet the heart container you missed was in that top right corner.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
It took a while to get. Yeah.
We may have been a little excited when we saw it was Triple Heart 1 and Triple Heart 8.
Right? Yeah, thanks, game. Very kind.
Who needs items? Just have hearts.
Just have hearts. Chest Joke will be happy. It's all hearts.
Yes. So we'll go ahead and ask if y'all have any final thoughts on the seed of the race tonight.
Mean overworld. Lionels and Wizrobes, and they were everywhere in large quantities. And also, I'm nervous for the play-in race. My goal for this tournament was go 2 and 3 or 3 and 2, and I've already done it. But I hope I can avoid the play-in race because I've never done well those. And good luck, Stags.
Well, thank you. The one last thought that I had was that the room above Vanilla 1 with the path to the Forgotten Spot. The first time I came in there, still no ladder. I thought, oh no, this one's going to be brutal to be able to screen scroll, which I already am not particularly good at yet. And I got it, I want to say second try, to be able to scroll across with just, I think, 1 heart left or half a heart left to be able to get that check. I was hoping it was 5. It was not, but it would have been really cool for me.
Oh yeah, I have 5 marked. Oh, it's in the desert. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, it was flute blocked. Yeah, so power bracelet was needed, flute was needed, raft was needed. We started with that. Yeah, it was, yeah, that was a seed.
Oops, all block seed.
And thanks for being in the booth today, both Elsa and Boof and Boom. I'm looking forward to watching the replay later tonight. Greatly appreciate all the volunteers that helped put this on, and the admins and everyone. It's a great tournament, and I'm really enjoying it. And also, good luck, Catastrophe.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, restreamers and commentators and tracker again. Thank you, all of you. Yeah. This interview is actually my favorite part of the race, and we don't get that if you don't volunteer, so I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you to both of our runners, Catastrophe and Stags, for giving us an absolutely fantastic race to watch with a whole bunch of twists, turns, and interesting maps. So, looking at the schedule for tonight, we have coming up here in about 15 minutes over on SpeedGaming 2, Endy versus Rando the Commando. On SpeedGaming 3 at 9:30, these times are Eastern, we have Sharky2107 versus Malgear83. And then at 11, we have 2 races. One being Eat My Steel versus Sigil 711, the other being Pedantic Potato versus JP. With that, Boof, I will give you the final word if you want it.
Okay, well, I just want to say thank you very much, Alsoa. As always, it is a fantastic pleasure commentating with you. And Imagine Sleep, thank you so much for being a fantastic tracker and keeping us on point. Everybody, please give a follow to our runners, Catastrophe573 and Stags28. They put on an amazing race, and hopefully we will see you guys very, very soon. Everybody, have a good night and stay safe.